I thought it'd be fun for you to see how we go on with this Lida painting and a little pochade. And last time we put it in, it was a lot of knife. We established the positions of everything. Now I've put liquid over it. It's a dry canvas. And we'll start with just a little bit of cutting away with the sky. So I have some alizarin crimson and a little burnt umber and just a touch of dioxazine purple. I'm putting this around. It kind of matches the rest of the sky. Let's come up a little bit above there and we'll come down. This will sort of establish a little bit the parameters for the trees. So let's go next with just a little bit of light. This is alizarin crimson and white with a little ultramarine blue. I'm going to push this around just to become kind of secondary clouds and make use of the red a little bit, but we'll disguise it slightly. The making use of it is by wiping just gently and letting some of the underneath show through. Okay, now we'll come down lower. You can see how we've established the outline for the trees. And I'm going to take some, this is red and umber, and we'll get some real small little distant trees. Those were a little too blue, but we want the feeling of distance. So we'll start with that, and then we'll come with some orange and white to show sort of the bottom of where the sun area is. We can go up just a little bit on that as well. And we'll cut down so you get a little feeling like there's a growth back there of trees. Now let's come with the strong light in the sun area. This is just yellow and white. And what I'm saying is that we'll come later with a little lighter than this. But this will give us a good feeling right there. I could use just a small little blender. So we'll take a good brush for tapping around that color, the yellow and white, into the mix. Okay, let's come down to the lower part, and I'm going to take some of that same sky color that we used up here, and we'll push this down on the sides because it'll be a reflection of what's in the sky. And you can always, you kind of cut away the little gleam a little bit, because then when you put it on, you can expand it back out. Okay, so we'll come with our same reddish tone that we had a little bit there before, just a little bit in there, kind of the reflections from the sky. And then we'll go with the same idea. Let's do a little bit of the orange first in the water. And then you create just a little cushion where the lightest light's going to set. And I think with the lightest light, we'll come back again with a knife. This is the same yellow and white we used up in the sun area. A little bit here, and then quite strong down against the bank. And then if we just tap that a little bit, it'll sort of blend right in place. And you're kind of getting the wings clipped a little bit there. Okay, let's do just a little bit of see-through for the sky. So we'll take a little bit of the reddish tone. We have just a little bit more here. I like the feeling of that one trunk going out there. And a little bit on this side. Okay, now we'll take some color and put on the bank. This is Viridian green and a little raw sienna and a little bit of burnt umber. See how that's, it's a dark, it's a green, but it's not too green. Over on the other side, the same thing. And then I want to use a little bit of this up in the tree itself. So we'll put just a little bit that kind of pushes around. It makes it feel like there's a little clumps in the trees. So we have just a few minutes left to go on this. So let's take and put a little bit of that on the other side. And then two last things. One is taking a little bit of reddish tone. This is a alizarin crimson and just a little bit of the umber. And you're putting it out and putting on just a little bit of loose leaves out in the distance. So that works. And then the final thing is, at least for this time, you may have to watch and see if we come again. Let's go ahead with the yellow and white, quite light. Here you are, the lightest light, right in there. See how you're surrounded by the little yellow and white that we put up earlier, and then a little stronger one right down there. Okay, you have seen a little more development, haven't you? Hope you enjoyed it. See you another time. This is Buck.